You mean to tell me Belial showed himself to you?
Yep, back in Albion. There he was, out of the blue. Could hardly believe it myself. There's no telling what kind of mischief he's cooking up. But I'd bet a fat purse of rupees that it's going to give us all heartburn.
Guys, didn't Belial's core get crushed back in Pandemonium?
Must have had some kind of trick up his sleeve. No telling with that snake. That's why Ann and I, we decided it would be best to call the other Eternals.
Good plan. If only we knew where the rest of your playmates were.
Astute as always. We may not be the closest bunch in the skies, but it is unusual for everyone to fall this far off the radar. Ann's out there searching for the gang as we speak, but something about this situation smells fishy. And that's why I came to check in with your crew. Had to make sure things were still ship-shape on your end.
This certainly feels like deja vu.
I reckon the world's done flipped upside down.
We also thought to summon our associates, but we ran into the same problem. No one was to be found.
It all goes back to this Belial fella, don't it? Gosh, my goosebumps are getting goosebumps.
It feels as if we're racing toward disaster, with no way of slowing down.
Belial's original goal was Beelzebub's liberation. Well, that damn angel broke my seal and regained his power. So other than pissing me off, what's his new aim?
Call it a handsome sword stud's intuition, but it feels like Beelzebub was the muscle, while Belial was the mastermind. It's likely our angel friend knew everything from the start. He's at least had a clear view of this whole mess of a chessboard.
Ugh, so Belial's the real target. But he's continuing to operate from the shadows. Does that mean his plan is still in its infancy?
Could be. Knowing him, though, he might just be getting his rocks off by causing a little more disorder.
It's not a simple game to him, and it's not a simple coincidence he decided to show himself either. Even in Pandemonium, when his actions seemed wild and unpredictable, it was clear he was working toward a greater plan.
We can't let Belial get away with whatever he's doing. Besides, he may be easier to catch than Beelzebub, who we have zero leads on.
This is where they fought, but Belial hasn't been seen since he escaped on.
Let us hope we can find some physical indication of his whereabouts or motives, as interviews with the locals were fruitless. No one seems to have witnessed anything.
I expected as much. Never have we dealt with a more cunning foe. We should check the other islands he's visited. Perhaps they'll provide us with more leads.
Seriously? A pretty boy dressed in black? Can't we search for a sexy beach bunny instead?
Soris, you take this mission seriously right now, mister. If we don't find him soon, there won't be anyone left to wear swimsuits. And after Auguste finally returned to the relaxing vacation spot it was meant to be, do you want these shores to be empty again?
Fine, fine. Made your point. Anyway, you'd think a black getup would stick out in this bright sunlight, but nobody's seen a thing.
There's no trace of him.
Nor the Exia, thankfully. Fairy and I had quite the encounter with those pests. Well, shall we conclude that Belial has no traps to spring on us here?
That's a safe call, which leaves us with only one more location to investigate.
Pandemonium. He's been drawn to it like a moth to the flame, time and time again.
My suspicions were correct. This place is a nothing-filled void, after all. Then my existence within this featureless dimension is a contradiction. Proof that there are indeed contours amongst the emptiness. If one possesses form, then one must face the loss of it. Indeed, there is no escape from finality. Another trifling obstacle which I shall overcome. For I command dominion over all creation.
Calm down, Bubs. You don't want to climax too soon, do you? At least relish the moment.
Serpent, how dare you show your miserable countenance to me? I was too rash, piercing only your core. This time, I shall incinerate every fiber of your being.
Finally, a little bit of passion from you. But are you sure you want to tango with me? After all, look at what I've got. The verses. And we've become quite intimate lately. So come at me all you want, Bubs. I'll finish you in the most satisfying of ways. Perfect. I love my men silent. You know, despite our rocky road, I've got a lot to thank you for. And I don't want to kill you over a lover's spat.
Do not spin me into one of your schemes. No matter the twisted plans you unfurl, I act only for my own ends.
I wouldn't have you any other way. I've come to you with a chance to fulfill both of our desires. And this time, there's no fine print. You'll thank me once you're back in your rebooted world, tailor-made to your liking.
My desired world, is it? Do not play with your food, Serpent, lest you choke. Did you believe I wouldn't notice that this void is beyond the reach of the Primarchs?
Wow. Sharp as a tack. I'm actually impressed. Well, when did you realize? Did you enjoy leading me on?
It was obvious. I had only to study the behavior of the Tetra elements. My suspicions were confirmed when you linked the barrier of pandemonium with the other world. Or should I say, this dimension. But it matters not, for soon the merging of all dimensions will be complete. My plans will come to fruition, and everything else is but a trivial concern, including the plane I inhabit.
Oh, Bubs. All these dark plans. I can only handle so much. But you know, this newfangled world of yours reset itself in some funny ways. Like the singularity developing a female counterpart.
So long as the singularity continues to exist, it does not matter what form it takes.
And here I thought you were committed to total annihilation. But it seems you've got a chivalrous side. This world is full of wonders. Anyway, it's just as you said. The dimensions are merging. And two different planes of reality are soon to become one.
Of course. And I shall claim the resultant world as its rightful ruler.
I'm afraid you won't. How to put it? The world doesn't revolve around you.
Speak.
Wait, I thought you were the smart one now. The world spins upon the axis of the singularity, not you. It's those intrepid skyfarers, the centers of their respective universes. And I agree. Their differing forms do mean very little in the grand scheme of things. Such slight differences are a matter of observation after all. It's their shared nature as the singularity that lends them significance. So you see, it's always going to be their dimension, even if you are the one who fabricated it. It stings to understand, doesn't it? You can play at being a third singularity all you want, but you're just a simple catalyst. Not that any of this amounts to much more than foreplay. After all, you're my lovely little pawns, arranged to break Silius free from his prison.
How predictable. You still obsess over Lucilius.
Let me offer my thanks to you once more, Bubs. You've been a great help. I don't know how Silius and I could have done it without you.
Wretched serpent!
Is our honeymoon over?
I'll be at peace again. When you are in pieces. No pizza. Stand up. My way. Stand up.
Asmodeus, Victoria.
No
Victoria. Heads up. No, you can.
Let me fight.
Victoria. Bubs, time to settle this.
Causality! Stand up,
I'm raring to go. Okay. Heads up.
Stand in my way, and you'll pay the consequences! Let this be a lesson! Feel the weight of your sins! By my will!
That temper of yours.
Quest clear. Let's end this farce.
Slow down, Bubs. You're getting rough.
Damnable Lucilius! To be buried between planes of reality, and to mock me still!
Jealous? I don't blame you. One look at Silius is enough to make you explode. I love it.
I will not suffer these games! Did he summon you from his rift?
Of course not. That's a little far, even for him. The Verses, on the other hand, well, you've seen only the very basics of its power. But some people don't have the range, I guess. All I did was use it to twist your perception. And look how effective that was. You'll never find me, no matter how many worlds you collapse.
You worm! I have been played for a fool. That accursed Lucilius and his pet viper. Despite their manipulation, I will have my world.
Beelzebub!
We knew you'd be here.
The Skyfarers.
Beelzebub, we'll end things for real now.
You're not going to plunge the world into chaos any longer.
These larvae are pawns. Eyes buzzing above dung. You will pay for this. You will pay dearly for this, Lucilius. When I finally sit upon my throne, I will tear you and your jester limb from limb.
Hello? We're about to clobber you, you know.
I can't believe I must suffer such indignity. But I require tools myself, lest I never reach Lucilius.
What?
Ready your blades. I must test your power.
Huh? Maybe you don't get it.
Hush, boy. I need only that you show me the value of your fragile lives. And whether or not you have the metal, the strength required to break the bounds of causality.
Quest clear.
What the heck?
Rejoice! There is meaning to your miserable lives after all. You will be the foundation that topples Lucilius.
I could learn a thing or two from you, Bubs. Such delicious avarice.
Belial! We knew you would come back to save your accomplice.
Do not pair me with this wretch. He has defied even me with his cunning. He follows that pernicious fiend, Lucilius. They have been controlling everything from the start.
Lucilius?
I knew I had an awful feeling when Belial showed up again. We worked so hard with the Primarchs to seal Lucilius away. But I guess we're not done with him yet.
Wait, Jita, Primarchs? No, I think I should know what Primarchs are. Why does that sound so familiar? Whenever I try to remember, it's like my memory goes fuzzy.
Gran?
Your inability to recall is proof of Lucilius and his serpent's meddling. And so is the reality of this new realm. The fact that Lucilius has removed his greatest foes, the Primarchs.
A world without Primarchs?
Gran, Jita, the feeling in all of our guts, the severe unease that this world has drifted course, it could be due to the absence of the Primarchs.
Infinitesimal sky dwellers could never comprehend the fusion of dimensions. That's why the Primarchs once emerged, to combat the chaos that you lesser beings could not. But there are no Primarchs in this current dimension, and thus the Tetra elements are in disarray. There are few who plainly see the distortions. Those of us who hail from other planes, myself, Belial, and...
Me, right? I remember all the Primarchs, as if I saw them just yesterday.
It all points to Lucilius's perfectionism. He wouldn't permit any flaw, for that would be blasphemous to the Creator. Even from his prison, his indignation interfered with my ability to warp causality, resulting in the creation of this dimension.
That doesn't sound good.
Do you understand? All that live and die in these skies are but Lucilius's playthings. Whether I become king, whether you brazenly succeed in defying me, it won't change the inevitable.
Not even if we stopped the dimensional fusion? When we fought you the first time, was that for nothing?
So long as Lucilius remains in his rift, he can ignore dimensional boundaries, much like a god would. A god. He thinks himself above me, and I won't accept that. Lend me your aid, singularities. Defeating Lucilius and his serpent will stand only to benefit you both.
Gran, Jita, I'll respect whatever decision you choose.
I fought beside the Primarchs. I saw how much they gave to protect this world. In a world without their existence? That's unthinkable.
I want to protect these skies. These beautiful blue skies that so many call home. But they don't belong to anyone. Neither you nor Lucilius can lay claim to them. That's why we'll stop Lucilius and Belial from taking over this world.
You've a spine after all, Mayfly.
Let's be clear. This doesn't mean we'll just hand the skies over to you, Beelzebub.
It means our final showdown is on pause. So you'd better get ready for bitter defeat while you still can.
You took the words from my lips.
Let's go, Zia. There's no difference between the fallen angel and regular primal beasts. Our weapons will be just as effective on him.
Yep, I've got a whole backlog of anger to work through. So, we'll kick his ass till he cries for mercy.
To protect these skies from chaos, that is my sacred duty, which I will not shirk.
It sounds like an evildoer needs punishing. don't mind if I do.
Our foes deserve utter defeat, and that is exactly what we shall give them.
Crazy, bro. The whole world's gone bonkers. Well, I guess it's time you boys stepped up to the plate.
Aw, I've missed his smug little face. I bet it'll look even better once I beat it black and blue.
Take over a dimension on my watch, will ya? I'll punch all your teeth in!
I applaud your ability to craft such cunning stratagems, but it's time to put them to an end.
The final act is upon us. We have only to defeat that foul miscreant.
The sword of righteousness stands ready to mete out justice! I finally get to stamp that sucker! I've been chomping at the bit! It's here, isn't it? The final battle. We'll put everything into this match.
Looking back now, it makes perfect sense that all the mysterious incidents were the work of Belial.
It's all right, Captain. Your big sister is here to protect you.
Care if we stretch this out? I've been looking for a durable specimen.
It sickens me to align myself with these craters, but I shall lift my head above the muck, for there is no greater pleasure than to foil Lucilius's plans.
We'll stop you here and now, before you hurt our dimensions anymore!
We'll protect our worlds, our very skies!
Oh, I love it! Look at all these handsome participants. Let's throw an orgiastic feast.
That wasn't enough?
Wretches! Let's go! I see you.
Awaken!
Wretches! Wretches! Let's go! Going somewhere?
That wasn't enough? Here I come.
This is getting dead, shall we? This should fit. Now then, I see you. Dead.
Awaken!
We'll end this. Come forth, Bahamut! That wasn't enough?
Easy there!
That wasn't enough?
Back off!
Nice job.
Die already!
Here I come! Take this play!
Come on down, up now! Let's finish it!
That wasn't enough?
I'm raring to go.
Easy there!
Overdrive surge!
Come on down! Come on down!
That wasn't enough?
Awaken! Quiet! 4, 6, 7! Come on! Neon!
That wasn't enough?
Azimuth!
Another!
You ready for this?
This is getting hot.
Done yet!
Back off!
Go down! Another! Rising! Come on! Awaken!
That wasn't enough? Here I go. That was...
Die already! Was it good for you?
That was me?
Hold on down.
That wasn't enough?
Shall we? Repulsive! Taste the lust. On the Genesis! Was it good for you?
Hold on down.
We'll end this.
Come forth! Behold it!
Quest clear. Is it too late to use my safe word?
As expected, you could not hold your own against our combined efforts. Now hand over the verses.
No, I'm not one to let go of a toy that feels this good.
Then I'll take your life instead, even if it makes for a poor substitute.
What's that in the sky? A vortex?
That doesn't look good. Everyone, back to the ship! Get ready to escape!
Ren, wait! What about Belial and Beelzebub?
Don't worry! We'll put an end to this!
No, that's reckless!
We'll put an end to this, and come back to you alive. So please, Catalina, get everyone to the Grand Cipher, now!
Understood. Don't you dare get carried away.
If you wish to retreat, then I won't stop you. But by my very pride, I will bring Belial down, despite his little eddy.
Oh, hey now. It's not little. That's the future you're staring directly into, big guy. Evolution is born from chaos. And only the chaos of an apocalypse can break a god free from his cradle. Can you hear him? It's about time for Lucilius's awakening.
Gran, can you hear their voices?
No, nothing. What is Belial saying?
Woke you up too early, did I? But I was bulging with excitement. Okay, I get it. Yes, that is my job. All right, I'll come pick you up. I know my life is on the line if I make you wait a second longer.
Halt, serpent!
He's gone.
Have we seen the last of him?
He has ripped open a path to the rift that holds his master. A void of pure chaos. But with his injuries and the loss of the verses, it will not be easy for him to return.
Then we're good.
Of course not. There's a chance that Lucilius has truly awakened. And perhaps worse, this place has become linked to the rift that holds him.
Let's hope that's not the case.
Judging by the serpent's murmuring, one can assume he was in communication with his master. Whatever the truth may be, should Lucilius truly awaken, I need only to bury him once more. He deserves 1,000 deaths for the crime of toying with me.
The skies! They're back to normal!
Wait, but I'm still here. Does that mean our mixed-up dimensions didn't go back to normal?
Dimensional fusion is irreversible. Think of a river which runs to the sea. They become the same water. Of course, one who possesses the power to warp causality stands before you.
So in order to return the world to its original state...
We have to take you down once and for all.
Even if I resent myself for allowing this, retire from here, mayflies.
Huh?
Causality, singularity, and duplicity have all butted heads this day. This dimension is no longer stable.
Then, that vortex that appeared in the sky?
Correct. If we brazenly fling our powers at one another, this fused realm will be swallowed whole by the dimensional rift. I shall remain here. I will not lose the world that I deserve.
We don't have many options, do we?
I know we can't fight you now. But remember this. If you ever show your face again, we'll be there to take you down.
Ha! Buzz while you can, Mayfly.
The fighting's over. But I can't shake the feeling we're not finished yet.
Yeah. Beelzebub won't stop unless we kick his butt. And Belial and Lucilius are even worse. Let's just head home. Everyone's waiting for us back on the Grand Cipher.
Good call. All right, let's get out of here. We'll brief everyone when we get back.